Salvete and Salutations, it's CBL, and today we'll be going over something that many of you probably already know about. FNAF the Musical, Dark Remains. With the long delay due to the pandemic, Dark Remains has remained vague to those who actively seek it. The story and its plot points still unknown to nearly all of the Random Encounters community. Here are 3 theories that you should hear before Dark Remains. 1. The FNAF the Musical series timeline is not what you think. Now, you may be familiar with the timeline that's generally accepted the most. Monster in Your Head, Ground Zero, Web of Lies, Dark Remains, Blood and Tears, and then the supercut. But what if I told you that this timeline is incorrect? With Circus Baby making an appearance in Dark Remains, she should be introduced earlier in the timeline, right? This new timeline is as follows. Monster in Your Head, Ground Zero, Blood and Tears, Web of Lies, Dark Remains, and then the supercut. Blood and Tears happens within the year between Michael's death and Elizabeth meeting Glitchtrap, giving Circus Baby the build-up for her new sleek design and functions before Dark Remains. The FNAF the Musical playlist on the Random Encounters channel even follows this order. 2. William Afton might fake his death. In the comments livestream for Out for Blood, AJ says this.
He's a bigger part of this series, this prequel series, than I think he was actually in the original. And I think it's because people like him, people like Matt Pat. So as long as we can schedule with him, he does have some guts to expose, I think, in this prequel series. I'm going to just leave that ambiguous what that even means. Y'all can figure out what I mean by he has guts to expose.
Thanks. Until you emphasized it, it was just gonna...
Taking this into consideration, William Afton is most likely going to die, but as he's alive in the supercut, he's most likely going to fake his death. If he's a suspect for the murders of countless children, he'd want to go into hiding. He wouldn't be a wanted man anymore if he's found dead. To support this, in the video Making Six's Raincoat, this conversation takes place.
How does one fake their death and use a different body to be discovered as their body? You want this other body to be ID'd as you. So you don't exist because they found your body, but it's not your body.
I know how he got here, but also this is really weird.
Where are the steps?
I mean, I assumed invite was in quotes and we were kidnapping him.
That seems aggressive.
You were gonna kill him!
If he walks in and I kill him, that's different.
No, now we're breaking hospitality rules. Now it's like it's a guest in your house and you have offered him harm.
Alright, I'll consider the kidnapping route.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. I like you.
I don't even know what just happened.
If William were to die, why would he be back in the supercut? Because he didn't die. Nate's "Who are you?" would make perfect sense, because you're not going to recognize your employer if you think they're dead. The blood on his bear suit would be a bit of his own, a reminder of what he went through to go into hiding, all on his beloved Freddy suit. 3. The 87 bite is Alexandra's bite. Credit to Phoenix Ramchana on Reddit for part of this idea. They brought up the idea that the 87 bite could be Alexandra's. Since the name Alexandra is so long and I'd like to acknowledge her name, I will be calling her Alex instead of Eggs. In Web of Lies, if the bite of 87 is Alex's bite, why is Afton trying to pin it on Foxy? The police must have known that it's pretty much impossible to bite your own neck. So there's most likely some suspicion placed on him. He's trying to pin it on a defective animatronic to get the suspicion off his back, trying to play it off as a freak accident. Another piece of evidence is the fact that she was hired on March 15th of 1986. And considering the fact that she seems to have somewhat of a connection with William Afton, being able to call him his name without it being an emergency, and actually seeing him in person, which Nate didn't get the honor of doing until 7 years of work, it would likely be that she kept her job for more than a year. Even Michael doesn't seem to have much of a connection with his uncle, only saying, "You hired me 2 days ago," instead of mentioning his family. An additional note for this theory is that Foxy seems to be at the Michigan location at this time due to the fan art on the walls, which means he would be a suspect for Alex's bite. That's it for this video. Please remember that these are all just theories, and my words are not law or canon for this series. Is there something you were expecting that I missed? Do you want me to cover something in particular? Let me know in the comments. I don't have an upload schedule, but when videos are done, they'll come up. I don't do this for subscribers, but if you'd like to be updated on videos as they release, feel free to subscribe. And remember, let your theories fly.